Well, hello folks, welcome to episode 137 of this Tennis Elbow Manager 2 save. I am the Custard Prophet. And this is quite a long save. We've been following Sean Death over the last 4 or 5 years. He's been all the way up as high as 5th, then he was all the way back down to around 50th. But in recent times, in the last episode, he'd won his second Masters event of the year. So he was really pushing on. Now he's played a couple of games, a couple of tournaments since then. It's not gone quite as well, but we're coming back for the French Open. Let's have a look where we are, and we've got a couple of tasty ties ahead. So we played in Madrid. Only managed to get through to the second round. We had a bye through to the first round. This was disappointing. Very, very close game. 34th in the world, Donaldson was. The problem we had with him was the volleying. We just couldn't deal with the volleying today, which was a bit of an issue. I don't know, we have beaten him twice before, but it's the first time we've come across him on clay, and I wonder that the slowness of clay makes it just a little bit harder to beat those volleying players. But that was a disappointing loss. Thought we should have done a bit better, but we did take it. It was quite close. As you can see, we won easily in the second set, but gave it up in the third. Then against Rome in the very next day, we played this lad Zohagli, who we'd played fairly recently. We beat him 6-4, 6-4, which was a pretty pleasing result because he's not a bad player. And we came up against the Italian Biritene, 18th ranked player in the world, and he went through us fairly easily. Let's have a look at him. He's good, but we've certainly beaten better. We've now just 3-2, slightly better run against him. But today we are playing in the French Open. Now we have played the first round match, was against Bergstrand of Sweden. You can see here he was not a bad player. I mean, stamina is a bit shocking. But yeah, he's not a terrible player. So Gustav Bergstrand, we won through quite easily. And now we're going to be playing Marco Frenz. And you're not imagining it. We have played him before a couple of times. We've lost to him twice on clay a couple of years ago, which was pretty disappointing. Both of those games we retired, I think within about 2 weeks of each other, so that was a little bit frustrating. But last time we played him, we won fairly comfortably in the US Open, so let's give him another game, see how we do. If we get through that, we might even be playing Renier, who we have played a few times in the past before, and then it gets a bit more interesting, Bruno Coric. But let's not count our chickens. Let's play Mr. Franz, the 63rd ranked Italian, and we'll see how we do. Yeah, looking at it, there's no real reason to focus on anything. He's going to be powerful, but he's going to have very little consistency. Service power is very poor, though, so that's something to think about. He's going to have a reasonable volleying, but he's not going to go to the net that often. We'll see how we do. We'll not quite sure how to play this, to be perfectly honest. So I have also meddled with the settings, so hopefully this might be a slightly more smooth experience. So we put in the attack wheel, aim for the line up, we're leaving the forehand, backhand just as is, and the net wheel going right down. So we're going to stand I think where we are for that, but I think on the serve we'll go a little bit aggressive, and we'll come in, stand close to the baseline, yeah, and serve and volley wheel down, serve and volley wheel down, and we're gonna, yeah, I think we'll just do that for now and see how we do. I think we'll also, just in case, we'll go down the line more often than not. See how we do. Well, nice easy start. Won the first game fairly comfortably, and you can see here we are doing all right in this game too. Somehow we kept in that match, but he went to the net, which is, I think, going to be a bit of a problem for us. 30-40. Oh, kept that in. Juice. Another opportunity here. Remember, that serve isn't going to be much. And yeah, I mean the power, he knows he's got power, but he is actually finding the corners. So there's a bit of a worry. Yeah, not good at the minute. We look a little bit short of ideas, but we're still giving him trouble. That's a lovely return. And there we go. Finally got through him. 2-love. My God, that took ages. Well, 3-love, and we're 30-40 up. He had a very good game in terms of his serves, that first service game. He has missed his serve here. That was lovely. Down the line, 4-love. And here's our chance for 6-love against him, which would be something. He gets a really good kick up on that serve, doesn't he? Oh, Shawnee looked a little bit in two minds there. Come on. Grind him into the ground. He's gone wide with it, and that's the first evidence of those missed shots. So 6-love, very, very strong start. So as we can see, I've just had to put the ears in because I just realised what I'm doing here. You'll have had a little bit of echo in that first game or first set. So much faster first serves, but I bet if you look at his first serve percentage, it's pretty impressive. Yeah, 78% first serves in. That's very, with 64. That's really not bad as well. I thought you'd been to the net more. He's won a lot of those. In fact, so have we. We had a lot of break points and didn't make the most of them. Certainly, I think we made the most of that. And if we carry on like this, I don't think the guy's got a hope in hell. But you know how things can change in this game. Half an hour that first set. So 15-40, and we're trying to push him here. Oh dear, not quite. So another break point. And yeah, you need to be a bit more aggressive than that, mate. Back to Juice. He's got a game on the board. It's not worked out so well. Love 40 up now. 2-1, love 40. He's gone along with it. 3-1, and already he looks in trouble in this second set. It's not gone well. 15-40 up. He's not been anywhere near us. Another break point. Oh, he just missed the line there. Oh wow, good top spin shot. 5-1. There we go, 40-15 up. We've been comfortable all day on our serve. Wow, that was a fault, amazingly. There he goes, he cannot deal with it. And 6-love, 6-1, and we're straight into the third set. Not going to change anything, no need to. And straight away in the first game, we are 30-40 up, break point. Oh, not quite. Comes to the net, he causes trouble. 1-all. It's been a bit more interest in this game. He's taken a few points on our serve. Second serve though, and it's an advantage. He's going to need to do more than that. Oh. Dear me, here we go. It's a good rally, this is. Oh, he's gone wide. Unbelievable. Probably the easiest shot he had. Well, first serve, just caught the tape. Wow. Skied it. It didn't look realistic, I have to say. Wow. Well, he's fighting hard. It's 15-40, 2-all. I remember being in this position a few times, and yeah, not good enough. And finally, he's given up the break. 3-2. This is going to be Shawnee's now. Here we go. 4-2 up. Love 40 up. Has he got any fight left in him at all? Not really. Way out. 5-2. And Shawnee races through that. 40-15, and this is the game point. Wow, kept in there. He's finally gone wide. I was slightly worried there because Shawnee should have won that earlier. That was really comfortable. 6-love, 6-1, 6-2. For me, his big mistake was not actually coming to the net. We could say the same about us. First serve percentage went down a little bit more in that. Was that the third? No, that was the over the match, but very good first serve percentage. But it doesn't help when his first serve has got such little power on it. So into round 3, let's see who we've got, and it is our old friend Mr. Rainier. Yeah, Lonnie got knocked out, and so we are going to be playing Rainier in the next match. Let's have a look what he looks like. And again, he does not look... He looks even worse, doesn't he? Because he's not going to come to the net. He will have good returns, though. But there's a lot that isn't going on for him. Let's have a look at our head-to-head against him. So we have won 3 matches on the trot against him very easily, but we did lose in 2024 over 3 sets in Cincinnati, which made very little sense to me. So we want to get that winning feeling back against Mr. Rainier. We'll be back in a second and do that, hopefully. So we'll be focusing on the backhand. I think that makes most sense. And on the serve, trying to push him back on the serve a little bit. Let's get into it. He's 57th in the world. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Serve and volley will down. So this is second serve return, aggressive. There we go, close in, that's fine. And first serve, so our second serve, we'll take the volleying down. We'll go aggressive on that as well. But maybe we'll stand a little bit further back and be aggressive and see how that works. I don't know whether that's a good tactic or not. Net wheel down, attacking wheel, and we're focusing on the backhand for this one. Baseline, has he got much power? Let's just start off a little bit closer to the baseline, see how that works. Well, not well apparently. We're 30-40 down in the in this first set, but first game we've pulled it back to deuce. Well, it was an interesting game here. We have an advantage to take it to get a break over him. It was just trading points for ages. That is a very weak second serve. Oh my god, and that was an easy chance missed. He feels Shawnee should be good enough to get through this one. Crowd are enjoying it. This is it. Come on. Well, again, it's 1-1. It's been tight as heck in these first few games. So I'll maybe just bring that back to the baseline to sort of a normal level.
Advantage return.
Well, another chance here. It's a terrible volley. Yeah, Shawnee's not playing anywhere near as well as he did in the last game. That's another huge error there. Not quite sure what's going on here, I have to say. We're going to go a little bit more attacking. This feels like a game we could lose. I don't want to let him come into this. Well, thankfully he's gone wide there. We've not had one game that we've comfortably won on our serve. That's it, that's better. Let's have a look what's going on. He's 5-4 over us and it looks like he might get this set. No, just outdid us with power there, and he hasn't got as much power as we've got. So we have a look at it. First serve percentage, we're a little bit less than him. Nothing different. We're much harder with the serve. We got a lot more winners, a lot of unforced errors. So this is the problem. So we're winning sort of similar amounts of points. Yeah, hard to know, hard to put your foot on it. Yeah, that's what you need to put your foot on it. I'm going to have a little think and then we'll see what we've come up with. Okay, what I've tried to do here is I'm not focusing on his backhand anymore. Maybe that's the problem, we're being too predictable. So we'll go either side. And the other thing I've done is I've gone a little bit further from the baseline, so it gives us more time to react. See how that does. That didn't work. 15-40 down in the first game. So I've just taken the aim for the lines off, but he's not missing anything, is he? Everything is back in court. There's an interesting thing. Shall we? Let's do a few more slice backhands. I like that. He's gone wide. He's gone wide. We're one love down already. What is going on? Love 40 down.
15-40.
That's a nice serve. 30-40. 2 aces. This is important. Come on. Oh, just wide. Well, we come 4 back from that. Be good to win this one. No, of course not. Advantage to him. Into the net, thank God for that. That could have done anything there. Got away with that. Didn't make the most of it though. Come on. Come on. Whew, that was a hard serve, that was. Come on, Shawnee. Whew, kept in there. Oh, he's... Oh, dear me. Come on. Finally, we've hardly had a break on his serve. 1540, chance to get one of these breaks back. Come on. Good length on that. What are you doing? Put it straight back to him. It's ridiculous rallies we're having here.
13,
And not waiting for him to make the mistake does not work. He does not make the mistake. Oh, dear me. Another error. Come on, this is important. I don't know whether to go harder, but we should have all the power on him, and we just haven't. This has got to be ours, isn't it? Just about. 3-1. Right, come on, let's get this one easy. Just cannot get away from him in any game. Oh, that was beautifully done. 4-1. 1540 though. Another break chance back. Yeah, I mean, you look at the, I don't think we can see the stats at this point, but you look at how many unforced errors we've made compared to this guy. It's ridiculous. I think I'm going to take aim for the lines off and just see whether we can do something there. Oh, that's on the wrong thing. Aim for the lines. Come on, we've got an advantage. He's made a mistake. Good God, praise be. That's unbelievable, isn't it? What are we doing? Into the net, finally. The pressure is telling, but we are a bit late. We are a bit late here. Oh, so don't aim for the lines. And then we've lost this fairly comfortably this set. Right, should we go to the net? I'm not sure what else to do. Because the usual game is not working. Look at these, look at the where is it? Unforced errors in that game. 19 unforced errors to 7. So what we're going to do, we're going to come to the net more. Well, they're 30-40 down. Come on. Right, came into the net there, that worked. Pressured him. Come on. Oh no! Yeah, I had no idea what's going on. Everything I've tried has failed, unfortunately. I think it might be one of those games that just is not meant to be. Come on. Yeah, that's the problem we've got. Well, tiny hopes, but we've straight into the net there. Not a good return. Well, this game, it gives and it takes away, doesn't it? Where did this performance come from? Another opportunity. I think we have to win this game. That was such a bad idea. I'm taking the net thing off, and here we go. It's been an embarrassment today, an absolute embarrassment. And I dread to think how many errors we have made. I'm going to have a look at this guy's stats, because it doesn't really make any sense to me. What was that? Oh. Well, we came to the net. We had... Yeah, I mean, you look at this. I mean, we had 3/4 of the points that he had, made 2 of our break points out of 11. 38%, yeah. So the net approaches didn't work, but unforced errors, 59 unforced errors. I don't really see how you get around that. We just played very, very badly. And I want to see what this guy, because I don't understand it, why he was so good. Tactically, positioning good, but focus, self-confidence was incredibly low. Very little of that made sense to me. Very little of it made any sense, but it's just one of those days. Unfortunately, yeah, it was not to be. So we get knocked out again in the third round, unfortunately. Rather than getting through to the last 16, which would have been an interesting match against Corrich. Anyway, folks, let me know what you made of that. After the last 2 episodes where we won 2 tournaments, we come back and we get a really good first win where we absolutely smashed Friends, and then the guy who we came to play, who I think isn't as good, we were woeful against. Don't get it. Anyway, folks, if you enjoyed that, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.